What is up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Please make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Do everything necessary to get this thing to thrive. What is good, family? Good to see everybody in here today. Please make sure to like and share so that we can get that algorithm finessed, so that we can get some more people in the chat. What is up, team? What is up? Throw those A's in the chat if you hear me speak. Go ahead and throw those A's in the chat immediately here, right? Let me go ahead and check in here on the ARCa Bulls trading team on the other side of things here. And I'm also observing you guys here in YouTube as well. So everything is looking A-OK. And I think we're going to be ready to roll. Guys, I'm not sure if you already caught the video that I released. It's a microburst video. And it is showing... You're not going to believe this, man, but it's actually showing ticker symbol MULN. Oh, my goodness, man. I can't believe it moved, right? They're talking about, I don't know, they're talking about some batteries stuff. They released some new battery or something. I can't believe it, man. Not the biggest fan of, David Wright, but because of what's happened before and all that good stuff, man. But, I guess they're making some moves, right? And the asset moved up a considerable amount. But the one, another highly shorted stock that I ended up putting through is actually that ticker CSSE. And that's another ridiculous mover, guys. So I ended up putting the analysis out just yesterday, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and leave this here so you can kind of see it. Let me switch over the screens here in just a bit. And I'll give you a little preview as to what you guys can see, right? And I notice here that I can increase the visibility on that chat for the people that come back or come in, right? So maybe if I do it like this or like this here, if you're watching on a phone, let me know if A is better or B is better. I have a feeling B is going to be better, right? But yeah, So you'll know what I mean, okay? I'm going to show you here in just a bit. Let me just go ahead and get rid of the screen here and pull up this side. So I'm going to show it to you one more time. It's going to be A or B, okay, on the chat here on the side, right? So one more time. It's going to be, let's see here. Hold on. Just getting a little bit of, trying to set up this damn window here. Let me do it. There we go. All right. So, yeah, one more time, right? I'm going to show you the A and B side. Are you guys thinking, here we go. Let's do it again. So we're going to do A, right, at this really zoomed in level, or B at this one right here. Dude, LPB, I think he did, man. I think he forgot to put A in the chat. But, guys, check this out. So this was one of the microburst videos that I put out just yesterday. And I gotta tell you, man. If this was played by anyone here, then congratulations, because this was a massive, massive play. Guys, this was not in the way here, right? Let's just pretend like this, right? This or this was definitely not present for the analysis, right? So I had just, I expressed here a pullback to this area here, an entry zone, and a take profit of this area here, marking off today, guys, within an hour. I'm sorry, it was just a little over an hour. It was a 90.59% move to the upside. Ridiculous. And we absolutely met that target. That is crazy, crazy times here for that ticker symbol CSSE. So if you and I actually do think that it still has another potential upside continuation. CoinFoss, are you gonna vocalize something here, buddy, or am I good?
No, it's all good. Sorry, I didn't realize I was off mute.
Oh, chilling, buddy, chilling. So, yeah. Yeah, dude, that chicken soup is ridiculous, bro. That thing ripped all ridiculous. And the thing is I think it has a continuation even still. But guys, don't trust these too much, right? Okay, so the A, really? You think the A is better? Well, okay. I'll do it like this, look. I'm going to extend it just a little bit like this, right? So I can get a little more of that chat real estate. And then I'm going to do this. Look. How about that? If you're on a phone, let me know if that looks better right now. All you got to do is type in better. I'm trying to, the reason why I have the chat, in case you're new to the chat, the reason why I have the chat here on the side is because I noticed that whenever I go back to the live stream, the chat hasn't processed yet. So I figured that I would detach the chat from the system and just put it here in the screen so it can just, so it can stream with us and we can all see it at once. And then whenever it's available on the the YouTube thing, then you can choose to view it or not. But yeah, I think this is a pretty good little addition here, just to get everybody chilling, right? So, Jonna, it looks pretty good or what? CGC recovery. Oh, dude. Thank you, John. Okay, good. I'm doing this specifically for the people that are on their tablets or phones, so that it can look a little better, a little stronger, and yeah, guys. So yeah, just kind of to revert here just a little bit. Yeah, man, we put together this thread of analysis on CSSC, and it just it ripped, bro. It ripped big time, right? We set entry here, we set exit here. And now, I mean, guys, if you're going to see the video, please go ahead and get the details of it. But I do think we have another upside target right in this area here. So watch that video whenever you can, so you can get the details over how that is possible. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and revert back to the way I had this chart here after the analysis. Right, I want to make sure that I can have it clear, so then we can refer back to it. And yeah, I also spoke about that ticker symbol MULN, right? So MULN is experiencing some weirdness here. And for those of you who are curious, we're going to be looking at, FNGR and GTI real quick, right? And we're going to get that, get the analysis on that right away, and then move on to the broader markets. So guys, take a look at this. So it says here that, what's going on with the EV maker Mullen Automotive stock. So it's saying that shares are trending higher Wednesday. The company announced the first phase completion of battery line integration. I can't believe I'm hearing what I'm hearing. This is like a complete turd. This thing is a complete turd, and it's actually freaking doing something. I don't know. Again, you guys, you know how I am regarding these things. I don't really trust. I mean, dude, it's just it's hard to trust this freaking thing when that has happened, right? If there's anything to trust, then the direction is to trust here, right? So just heads up on this. I understand that the asset moved 38%. It closed at 38% today, just about 39% in the after hours. Overall move, it looks like it made about 45% right before it retraced. So I understand, right? I understand that it did that, but I would just tread real carefully. Okay, just be super careful about that. And yeah, you know what? Another one of those. Dude. So we were looking at this potential entry here. We did get to the first target, but we never actually continued to the upside on this. We were expecting a big continuation on GOEV, but nothing yet, right? And I think I want to observe this with the ARCa Bulls trading team in the morning. I'm going to see what the hell's up with this, man. We'll evaluate it a little deeper, and we'll see what's up, team. But yeah, so what's the deal with FNGR and GTI, man? So we actually are still maintaining that upside. I don't even know if you guys were keeping up with the IWM, right? But the IWM experienced a pretty insane upside over the last couple days, and then it actually retraced really close to that $200 target that we were observing. Now the retracement here did come down to a really curious area, though. This is a support, and there could be a rejection here from that support. It looks like the bulls may actually regain control to the upside on the IWM, which would honestly play pretty much okay to the FNGR asset and to GTII. Let me give it a peep here. So GTII, right, okay. So the overall downside that we got was that 1583. I don't know if you guys remember how we ended up catching that macro bottom, right? It was using the broader scope of this thing, and we used this pennant to kind of determine that bottom side, right? So something like, let me get rid of this thing up here, right? We're just going to get rid of that. So we use this pennant here historically to identify this target, and we were talking about this target just a few, a few weeks ago, maybe even. And we were able to nail it. We were able to nail a 1583 on this, and it did come down right to it. So that's I gotta tell you guys that it's not out of the question to do what the asset is doing, but it's also a buy daily formation. So this can take forever, right? It could take forever. And the reason I'm saying that is because typically when you break out of a pennant like this, your objective is not only the price action, right? Not only the price targets, it's also the play. So the play typically, you got to break out of this thing and you come back to validate the regression. It's going to be a conversion of resistance into support, and so that's just the way that that things kind of work. Mr. Reynoso, what's up, man? Why do I call it a collapse? Now, for those of you who are new viewers, you're gonna get the explanation here. For those of you who are regular viewers, then you already know why, right? So the collapse is based on the news that we got, about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, whenever that was, that Israel was, kind of. They defended, right? They defended themselves and they reacted. So the markets capitulated big time. So on that day, we came up and started streaming market collapse because the S&P, the NQ, everything was literally capitulating to the freaking floor, including Bitcoin. It was a world event. It was a black swan. So from that moment, we have not continued to the upside. We have not made new highs. So the title, stock market collapse, has continued because the trend has continued. So that's the only reason why it's called stock market collapse. It's at any one of these live streams, it's gonna change into something more relevant, right? In fact, today was something that may have caught my attention to change the thumbnail because of what happened with Meta. You saw that Meta fell freaking 75 points. And that's going to bring the markets down, right? So it's still kind of in line with collapse. But what I will say is that, I contemplated on switching that thumbnail, but using Meta is not the most popular searched item, in Google Trends and all. I have to keep in mind those things, right? I have to keep in mind trends so that I can be able to stay relevant and bring in viewership from the algorithm. You guys know that Google owns YouTube, right? So I have to make sure that we can keep relevant, guys. In other words, yes, it's a little clickbaity. I gotta keep it in there just so that we can bring in some people here. But LPB, let's see. I'm sorry. Did you say GOEV could be ready to blast off? Maybe so, man. Maybe so. And I will say that we have some work on it to do still, right? But I wanted that signal to kind of fire off just a little bit ago. Hi, baby. This is my little guy right next to me, team. If he says hello, don't mind him, right? He's just making sure that we're observing the charts the correct way. So I'm not giving him a nap anymore, so this is explicitly difficult. Right now, I literally have this whole setup right next to me in the studio. I mean, I'm talking about like a little really comfortable bed, his tablet. I got snacks. He just ate lunch. I have all of his toys, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is such a clutter in here, right? Just so I can make sure that we can keep up with the market preps and get ourselves ready for the next day, team. The little guy understands. You understand. We got it here, man. We're good. So let's go ahead and continue on the analysis. Let's go ahead and take a look at FNGR now and see what we got in line. All right, so FNGR, I felt that we could have been in this trend, but now it feels like it's turning into a little bit of something else. Remember, we spoke about the potentials of this turning into a wolf pattern. In fact, it may still be valid, right? So that's it's telling us that we could. It's just usually it has to recover a little bit faster, right? I don't like that we kind of came down here 2 times. So I will say, team, that this is starting to invalidate just a little bit, okay? And the way that you can keep the validation more relevant is actually by using a further time frame to the upside, right? To where you start diminishing the way that the formation looks. But I will say, team, that this on a 6-hour time frame is starting to invalidate the wolf even all the way up here because this is a continuation formation. Remember that we said the potentials of this turning into a bullish formation would be if we brought down price into this level and recovered the inside and stayed in the inside, right? So far, that's not proving worthy, okay? So right now, it looks like we came down, started to build a wolf, right? We supported, and now we're giving it up again. So if that's the case, team, we're getting our first 6-hour closure beneath that regression line. It looks like we're getting the first 8-hour, even still beyond the regression line. I think the sweet spot is the 6-hour, though, honestly. So that means that we can start observing some potential bottom side targets. Now, remember that I did say that FNGR is known to what do you call it? Bear trap, right? It's known to bear trap. And we are still at a massive upside in here. 1, 2, 3. I love you, buddy. All right, so let's gather those targets right now and see what's up. Let's go ahead and do this now. Let's see. So we'll grab a trend line here, right? And let's just say that we were to break out clean from this target here. That would be your target number 1. Take a trend line from the top side of the trend to the bottom side, apply it. Right like that. That would tell you here that the bottom side would be around 304. Arguably, we did it already. Right? So let's go ahead and take into consideration the second breakdown target. That would be the center of your triangle. Okay, remember, triangles give you 3 formations, 3 price objectives. My apologies. Okay, so if you want to learn more of this, remember, I am extending my beginners trading program. I'm actually extending it, and I'm consolidating it at the same time. I'm bringing it from 18 weeks down to 4 to 5 weeks. And this is going to be a good segue to the Strategies Mentorship Program, okay? That's going to be an 8 to 12 week continuation on that. So it's overall going to still be around 18 weeks, but it's moving on into strategies this time. All right, now this is the target here for the center of the triangle coming into 293. The further target would be from the beginning of the triangle, right over here, okay, team? These are things that we have to know as traders. We have to know how to perform these things in order for us to gain higher probability targets, okay? So the bottom side target here and the absolute lowest that this formation is suggesting for price to end up at would be 277. Okay, team. Now, what's around 277? What's around this 293? I can see that we have some areas of confluence. First of all, if we are using this 293, well, simply speaking here, it would be this zone right here. Now, when you have parabolic upside like this, and then you come down and base your price action at a place like this, that marks off your area of inflection. Okay, so now we can use that area of inflection since it's so close to that center target, right, of 293, and we can now identify that this could be one of the zones. I wouldn't even put it past it if we actually extended this all the way down to here and converted the 50% into the inflection point. Let's see if that's possible, right? We have to explore. Right, so we do something like this, right? So in fact, it is, right? Look at that. So we could be facing something like this. We could extend this target from the center of the triangle down to the rear of the triangle, and the very box itself, the zone itself, is giving us the 50% at 285. Okay, so I'm going to mark off these targets here just in case, just so that everybody can stay in line with what the price action could potentially do. Okay, this is a typical price action. We have to respect the rules. We have to know what those rules are in trading. I understand that that this is an asset that a lot of people say it's completely manipulated and it has a lot of whatever. But I'm not charting manipulation here, team. I'm charting a chart, and the chart happens to have behavior, and the behavior and psychology is what the market, not the market makers, the institutions, smart money, big money, whale money, they use psychology to play here. Okay, so if it's psychology, if it's in fact psychology, then we have a chart to play with. All right, so simply speaking, guys, so this is some of the targets that we're observing to the downside here, team. You know what? I can even, why don't I do that, right? I'll do it real quick for you guys. I'm going to take a range high to range low fib extension here, right? Just about like this, local range. And if that's the case, then take a look at this, right? Complete confluence to your 1 spot 618 to the 2 spot 272. You guys already know. For the master students that are in here, for the regular viewers that are in here, you guys know how often I speak about the 272s and the 618 targets. Your golden mean and the 272 and the Fibonacci ratio are powerful retracements. Okay, so that's what I'm currently observing here, and they are absolutely confluent to our area of complete discretion. So that's what we're looking for as traders. We're looking for confluence. We're looking for things that that rhyme, right? And it just so happens that it's rhyming pretty nicely here with geometrics. Psychology against geometrics, not a bad pair. And then mix that in with a little discretion. We got it. No problem at all, team. All right, so that's going to do it here for FNGR. Let me get the final targets for GTI. Sorry, I kind of skipped that, didn't I? So I'll do it real quick. Let's see. I'm going to bring this down to a shorter time frame. I'm sorry. Hold on. I know that's just based on psychology, but let me see just a sec here. I'm going to pull up the volatility heat map and also momentum, just in case. This is going to be a fast read. All right. Hourly time frame, a little corrective here. All right. That means that we could break down here, then test the resistance of this, then continue. All right. So let's see what the 15-minute is saying. Yep. Downside here. And downside, okay, all right, hourly time frame, all right. Yep, so immediate short-term time frame downside, that's telling us that we're going to face the support down here first. So we'll bounce from the area of about 298 to 293 first, team. Then we're going to come back and validate the resistance of the regression, continue on to the downside, and that downside should last, let's see, 3-hour time frame downside, 4-hour, 6-hour downside, and consolidation at the 8. Potential upside and consolidation at the 12 and daily, and consolidation at the bi-daily, and let's see, 3 to 5 day. Okay, guys, and then we have that upside in the 5-day. All right, so it looks like we're going to be facing consolidation and slight downside on this asset here with a potential lower zone of 277 over the span of around, I'm going to be honest here, team, maybe 5 to 7 days. Okay, so we're going to be consolidating here as long as there is, as long as there's no news or whatever. You know, then this asset is gonna consolidate and just contract here, right? There's gonna be not too much attention, and that's currently what the charts are saying. Okay, just wanted to keep it clean here, keep it concise, and now we can move on, right? So here we go. Let's see, right, GTI. Let me bring this down to the 4-hour time frame and also observe volatility and momentum, or versus the momentum here. So we still have some bottom side targets that we can touch, but overall, remember, team, that we stated that we would be now entering a new chop zone, right? So this is that new chop area right in here. Okay, so if you're wondering what those targets are, that would be the bottom side of 1583 to about 1799. Okay, this is going to be our consolidation area, and as long as there's no news and there's no catalyst, then there is a possibility that GTI can continue in this form. Now get this, if there is a lack of interest in the asset, right? If there's lack of interest, if there's genuinely no people buying the asset or even shorting the asset, then the algorithm itself will start to notice that there's contraction happening in volatility, meaning that the disbursement of returns or the transaction frequency is diminishing at a rate considerable enough to start bringing the price slightly lower and lower, so it can reach an area of demand or a fair value, whatever the algorithm deems that to be. It'll be whatever that is, right? So I'm just giving you the facts here. Okay, so as long as we contract, there's going to be a point to where price action may start diminishing just a bit. Hey, Mark Roach, good to see you in the chat, my brother. Very, very good to see you there. Okay, now, if we do contract, that's what I'm saying. Bottom side of around 1583. If we contract any further, then then the next zone, guys. Remember, I spoke to you very clearly, 8 to 11 cents. Okay. So that's around the area where I'm expecting this to semi-land, okay? And I'm not sure if it's the floor, but it is a floor, okay? So please be very careful how you proceed from here. Susan Michaels, how you doing? Good to see you here. Very good to hear from you. I hope you are well. And I'm doing this just for you, right? I'm making sure that I can cover it so that Susan knows what's going down here, right? I got you. What you want, Coin? You're literally, Susan Michaels is saying that she is literally in the ghetto. All right. So
Just run a poll to see who's still holding these.
all right. You know what? That is a good, guys. I want to know. You know what? CoinFox and I want to know who is still holding GTI. So I'm going to create a poll here, and I want you to answer yes or no. Let's see. Are you holding GTI? And we're just going to use that and a question mark here. So I'm going to go ahead and start the poll. Just go ahead and submit your votes. Remember that it doesn't, you don't expose yourself. You don't do nothing. All you do is type in yes or no, and it's completely anonymous. I know people have questions about that, and I also had questions about it before I was an influencer. I was like, hell no, I'm not going to say nothing right there, man, because what if somebody knows that I'm holding it? They're going to trigger me. None of that. Actually, it doesn't even exist, and it violates privacy. No way Google's going to do that. So, so here's the poll. Go ahead and start submitting your votes now. Are you holding GTI? Please go ahead and submit your votes right away, and we'll go ahead and observe our sentiment beyond this. J-Pong, what is up, my dude? Hey, ARCa, how you doing? If you get a chance, can you check out the SPY and tell me if she can reach the 508, 510 zone this week? I will tell you that I, you know, from around 503, okay. At 510 or 508 yesterday, I spoke to Off-Grid Gorilla, and I also spoke to CoinFox, and I said that usually these parabolic moves lead to 2 legs down. And my target was, it was this. Look, dude. My target on the SPY was for us to retrace. Actually, this would be better here. Right here. My target for today was to observe the 503.60 to 503.10. Now, we were speculating on the 499 to 500 bottom, but we didn't know that would be a possibility intraday or today. We thought that this would have been a better option for tomorrow. Now, we ended up so we reached the target, guys. Look at this. This was our trade here in the ARCa Bulls trading team. I'm going to move this line aside. Bam. Okay? Just so you know, we played here a strategy in one of which I'm going to be teaching in the ARCa Bulls Strategies Mentorship Program, 8 to 12 week program. Remember, if you're interested in knowing this, go ahead and get in touch with me at ArcMasters Trading Course, at ArcMastersCourse at gmail.com. Okay? So this was one of our strategies. We call these the right-angled broadening ascending wedges. We also specified the potential area of breakdown. So we spoke about this, and we said, you know what, guys? The bottom implied target, the way that we got the target, just like this. Remember, I moved the mouse, right? We moved that mouse like this. So the way we got that target was measuring the top side of the formation to the bottom side of the formation, and we then applied it to the bottom of the inflection point, and that is how we were able to get the bottom side target of 503.10. And price action on this candle came down to 503.13. This thing was about, guys, I mean, we literally, we took short and long the bottom. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was a great play, team. So this is how we were able to identify the exact targets that we did using very basic psychological formations, using very basic price action and your ATR. But how is it that we were able to execute it though? Well, that's the trick. That's the trick. So go ahead and reach out to me, join the ARCa Bulls trading team, and you can observe how these things are executed live as well. Okay, I can't go through it here. You guys, it's just going to be a freaking entire lecture. You have to observe this live so that you can see how it's being attacked, how we're able to do it together, right? So I'm going to go ahead and generate an invite link here, and I'm going to put it here in the chat, and I want you to go ahead and click on that link so that you can consider joining the ARCa Bulls trading team. Okay, you guys, so the after hours, what happened here was in spite of Meta. Okay, that happened in spite of Meta's decline. So, let's see. CoinFox is saying SPY weekly expected upside move is 506. And the, let's see, downside is 495. J Pong is saying, do you see an inverse head and shoulders possibly forming on a 30-minute or hour time frame? Lil AR15 is asking me, you see, I'm going to check it out on the 30-minute, right? And Lil AR15 is saying, you see Meta earnings tonight, gap filled to 405. Yeah, man, 75-point decline, right? Huge downside on that. And I will say, man, I will say that it's just massive. Yeah, no, I see it, brother. But this is a complete invalidation of that formation. We spoke about it too, but it's just I felt like it was a little jagged. And here's the slight detail though, because CoinFox, you'll remember this. You can actually attest to this. At 6 a.m. in the ARCa Bulls trading team, I said there's an interesting bull trap happening right now. And I say because this is a large inverse head and shoulders, but what people are not seeing is that this shoulder and this shoulder with this head is the head and shoulders, and that played the move already. You remember this morning?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
we were able to identify the top side target and the bull trap based on the shorter time frame inverse head and shoulders. Yeah, Bubby, it hurts, huh? Look at that. It's a big red bird. All right. So we were able to identify that this was a huge bull trap. Right. So from here, we got the two legs down. We got 1, 2. Usual moves when you're getting parabolic upside, guys. Okay. So, but yeah. So now if you're observing here the larger time frame inverse head and shoulders, then what's happening here is that this price action coming down this far invalidates it completely. Right, so this is now something else, just completely different. In fact, almost on the 30-minute time frame, it kind of looks like a freaking dead cat. Right, so I'm not even sure, man. So now, CoinFox saying, man, I didn't play Meta, but that, yeah. And CoinFox called the bi-monthly. Let me show you what he meant by that, guys. Let me show you this, okay? Take a look at this. I know we were watching Netflix here today too, right? But let me show you Meta. And let me just get rid of all these drawings here. And I'm going to get rid of my stats window. And take a look at this. This is what CoinFox observed. And he said, dude, look at Meta's bi-monthly. And I'm like, holy crap. Mind you, we did not have any of this decline here yet. So we were thinking, dude, this is a huge shooting star. This thing is about to eat crap. So CoinFox had already called that this thing was gonna is gonna meet the floor freaking a week ago. And I was in complete awe because I was like, oh my God, dude, this thing is really gonna eat crap. So I didn't even practice my own rules. I forgot that CoinFox even talked about that. Now that we're observing this, I'm just like, oh, dude, how did you forget to do that? How did you forget to just observe this? But I got to give it to my man. Huge call out and massive win for the ARCa Bulls trading team for those who actually ended up getting this massive downside options, bro. I just saw the meme right now. Dude. Wait, hold on just a second. Is that actually true, Wiggle? Is that publicly traded? It can't be publicly, is it? Now let's see. J Pong is saying, I think we were going higher on the SPY this week. 508 to 510 zone, J Pong, but thanks for checking her out. Well, I'm not saying that we're done here. I haven't even looked at it. So let me see what the current situation looks like on the SPY then. Let's see what's up. And, goodness gracious. Hold on just a sec, team. Let me take a look at a couple things here and make sure that I can pop this open. Just a moment. That was what the heck was it? Do 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 do. I haven't looked at. Okay, here we go. All right, perfect. I'm gonna observe volatility versus momentum on the SPY. I want to know. I want to know where the markets are going. Me too, buddy. So let me give it a quick eyeball here, and then we'll take a look. So we have to look at Meta. We have to look at Meta as well. I got you, Smoke. And okay, perfect. All right, so let's give it a quick little outlook here. So 30-minute time frame volatility versus momentum shows to be a bit corrective. I'm not convinced on that shift just yet. In fact, the 15-minute looks okay, but the 10-minute is downside and the 5-minute is downside. So immediate short-term a downside here. Do we have an upside coming? Okay, all right, I see it. Yeah. So there may be. I'm gonna give it to you, man. I'm gonna give it to you like this. There may be an invalidation of the dead cat immediately. Okay, so during Euro hours, there is a high potential that we could face the bottom support of this at about 501.64. How you doing, baby? At around 501.64. And then bounce to the upside here to around this target here of about 503.10, maybe 503.55. As soon as we validate this range here, we can make our way up to around this inflection point here. Okay, I would say anywhere between 504 and 505.80-ish, around there, maybe. Okay, that's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for us to get all the way up there, but it is a potential. Okay, so I need you to just be very careful here. So far, let's take a look at the votes right now, right? Let's just make sure that we can also keep that in mind here, right? So, guys, yeah, make sure, if you're new to the chat, make sure to submit your votes. Let me know if you're still holding GTI or not, right? Remember, we're not tracking who it is. YouTube and Google will never let that happen. So, J Pong is saying this is just based off my Elliott waves and harmonics predicting big upside, right? So I will say that the markets are still in a bullish trend. Here's the thing too. We're teetering between the areas of negative and positive gamma. Right? I mean, we are literally around there. Okay, so I'm talking about positive gamma above 5100, the ES. S&P 500 E-mini futures contracts, negative gamma below 5,100. So we're teetering in that. So, but we're not, and all it really takes is just as simple as this, really. So if we get rid of the stats here just a little bit and kind of zoom out here, you can observe that, this could just be a macro higher low. And we could continue. Right, there is always that potential. Okay, so just make sure to observe your gamma levels as well, because as soon as we start reaching positive gamma, then that's going to be gamma ramps, gamma squeezes, and it's going to be high volume of options contracts, long call purchases. So that's sentiment based upside. Now here's another thing about impulses, man. Impulse waves. I have studied them. I have studied my fair share of even Wyckoff theory. What I have learned about those, using impulses or Wyckoff and things like that, is that whatever time frame you're using it in and whatever asset you're using it in has to be back tested, because it's based on psychological factors. It's either believed in or it's not. So back testing the entire, catching as many iterations as you can will give you the answer as to how valid or not the Elliott wave theory or Wyckoff or whatever is on that asset of that particular time frame, and maybe during a correctionary period or a transitory period. So there are several other factors to take into account before validating something like that. But so far, we are still in a bullish trend. As long as we are around the 5100 level and above on the ES, I would suggest that we're still in bull's control. And what we're observing here is just a corrective pullback. Even if we dipped down below 5,000, it could still be corrective, as long as we don't get macro closures like monthlies, bi-weeklies and weekly closures below those areas. Then we could still be okay. And the speculation here is also backtesting. It's also backtesting the impulses against the asset in the time frame against the presidential election. So all of those factors are just, dude, I mean, there are so many things to keep in mind. I'm generally not the one to gamble things, right? I don't, I wouldn't just, I wouldn't just gamble it, buddy. I would really put some attention into that, because the only way it works is psychology. That's the only way. It's only believed in or it's not. And there's no mathematical property to it. There's no repeating cycles. Like there's no volatility contraction. There's no volatility expansive moves. There's nothing like that. It's just literal, sheer, raw belief that it is or not. So that gets me nervous. That gets me really nervous. You know what I mean? So, and you're seeing hidden bullish divergence on an 83-minute time frame. So, okay. And do you? I'd hate to do this live, man. I really don't want to. I really don't want to ask. But what's your criteria on a hidden bullish divergence drive? And what are you using to identify the divergent drive? And because I can enlighten some stuff there too, just in case. Maybe we can use each other for information. All right, buddy. So go ahead and let me know if you could, buddy. If you're not there, it's okay too. So let's see. So, I mean, if you're, what is it? 83 minutes, isn't that like 100 and, if you're doing 83, that's an hour and 23 minutes? Scary monsters over there, buddy. You're doing the hour and, it's like an hourly candle plus 23 minutes. Why the 23 minutes? Is there a coin? Do you know? Is there something in a 23-minute realm that I'm missing? Or is that just complete? Or is that like a random number? Like an 83-minute time frame, meaning 60 hourly plus 23 minutes. 70, 80, 83. Because we have we have a 30-minute and we have a 15. We do have an hourly and a bi-hourly. I've seen the 150-minute. But if I know you're a real guru with those things, so let me know if I'm missing something. 6 rate cuts. Okay. I mean, because if you can see the drive of a hidden bullish divergence on an 83, you could possibly see it on a bi-hourly, bro, or an hourly. And then that pushes me into telling you that divergent drives, they do work in even a 5-minute time frame, but they have a higher hit rate and a bigger strike rate 8 hours and above. Just things that I've back tested in equities, small, micro, and large caps, and chips. Not so anyway, let me John, what's up, buddy? Good evening, ARCa from sunny Southern California. My bro, very good to see you here. Very, very good to see you. So yeah, I think that we're going to experience Euro hours comes down to 501.63. We may not even see that, and there is a potential that there is a slight potential that the SPY opens up either slightly gap down I know that some of my guys don't necessarily agree with me in this, but I think we may gap up in the morning. I think we may open up at around 503.10, which then would make the downside a little more real. It would make it a little more real. Oh, dude, you just gotcha. Okay. Hey, baby. Oh, what you got there? Yeah, let me clean your face a little bit. Yeah, let me get that, and drink some water. I love you. I love you. All right. Uh, I'm hold on just a sec. What are you using? What are you using for your diver? What is that indicator in the bottom? The one with the teal line. Oh, I was that Eagle Eye. I think I just replied to you, buddy. Can you double check? You're looking to enter the dream team. Yeah. Let me just pull that up real quick. I believe I did. I believe I did message you. Let's see here. Yeah, yeah. I replied to you, buddy. Check it out. Check it out, my brother. So, Andre, take a look at your YouTube. Take a look at your YouTube, buddy.
Was that your son? You could blame it on your son.
That was my face, like, because there was a sample that I think someone
Yeah.
someone just executed here. That one.
Just blame it on your boy.
My
That's
boy.
my son.
Dude. His butt's too small to make those kinds of sounds. Yeah, so J Pong, what's that indicator, brother? What's that blue indicator? And I will say that if I'm like not, how am I? Let me see. And dude, also, J Pong, I got to hold on. I'm gonna show you here, buddy. Okay. If I'm mistaken, you let me know. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you something here. I assume that you're telling me that there's hidden bullish divergence with the orange line, correct? So if you're telling me that there's hidden bullish divergence with the orange line, there's no divergence there because they're both pivoted upward. Divergence means diverting each other, meaning one down and the other up. So what you're in fact looking at here is just an ascending trend line or a regression. That's really all it is. It's a support level or something. But in other words, you would have to have a downward momentum upside price action. Right? So, and that would be hidden bullish divergence. But in this way, like I'm not sure what this is here. But yeah, buddy. Let's see. I wish I could stay longer. Rest well, buddy. Take care, man. I'll see you later. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at what do we got next, man? Meta. What the hell's Meta doing to us, man? All right, let's see here. Okay. Look at that candle, man. Opening at 410, reaching 494. Andre, my brother. How dare you do that to me in the middle of explaining my thesis? Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you so much, dude. Of course, I got you. Yay, buddy. That's that little guy over there. That's that little guy over there. All right, let's take a look here. BLRX. What's the deal? Hold on. Something weird is happening. Okay. Here we go. So Andre, I got a couple of questions for you first, buddy. BLRX is 63 cents, so you know that this is a turd, and we gotta watch out. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you some serious questions, and I need them answered immediately. Are you long this, buddy? And it's or are you looking to get long? I thought Cryptic was in here. He was about to land one on me for sure on that. Oh my goodness. So I know that there's a little bit of a delay, right? So obviously I have to be as patient as I could be here, but CoinFox, I'm laughing because of you, fool. Oh my goodness, man. So guys, please let me Andre, please let me know. Please let me know if that's the case. I'm sorry, or if you're trying to get long on that, right? So here is the ARCa Bulls Discord link. Thank you, Ian. You entered at 63, but 70 million cash on books and insider buying got it at okay. So there is but 70 million cash in the books insider buy. I assume that insiders are buying at above $1 or something. Where are they buying? Are they buying in the dollar range? And also, did they issue warrants? These kinds of things are pretty important to know. I can see that you're already reading into them, so that's a great thing. It smells over there, right, buddy? Gross. I love you. It's blue. It's a blue smelly monster. Oh my goodness, that guy talks to me about the blue smelly monster all the time on that show. So yeah, Andre, let me know if that's something that you're currently looking at. Have you seen if they issued warrants? That's the scapegoat. I love you, buddy. No, hold on. I'm working here, buddy. Put your tablet on this side. Come here. Oh my goodness, this guy just got my mouse out of the way. He said, "This is my tablet. It's going there." A little more. Okay, I'm gonna move my keyboard a little. Right, we can share the desk. There we go. Nice. Smokescreen saying no warrants on BLRX. Okay, so let me just give you the outlook then. If there are no warrants here, but we do have insider buying, there could be some bullish sentiment. But here is another thing to consider. The purchasing of insiders could literally be the top panel, right, or the CEO, the owners, right. It could be them because they're obviously long their company. They believe in the long term, so they'll purchase some of their shares at a higher valuation because they believe that eventually someday it'll reach there. Now, if they do have that belief in mind, then what could it be? So 7 days ago, it just says here, BioLine RX price target maintained with a $21 per share by H.C. Wainwright. Now, I got to tell you about this, that usually when you get a maintain buy or an upgrade, a lot of the times it plays inversely. And that really sucks. So now, BioLine RX announces $6 million registered direct offering. Sebastian, I know you know about this a little more. Can you tell me what happens with offerings on microcaps? I'm gonna give you details that you may or may not know. So this has a market capitalization of about 54 million. and the float is about 79 million. So it's very very interesting. It's above 50 million. So arguably a small cap. So I will tell you that one of the guys that trades the small cap assets here, he's completely against offerings, and they usually mean red. So he's and I wonder when they did it, right? Because there are let's see, they had an earnings beat. They had a surprise of 3,100% on that earnings beat, 4.65 million. That's freaking crazy. That's big time. And it fell, which it was a short. I mean, it just literally shorted from that moment. That's ridiculous. That means that their forward guidance was probably not too good. Okay. So let's look at this in the immediate short term, because I think I can't give you an outlook further beyond that. But let's see this. So the hourly time frame here is don't do well after offerings normally turn red. So Mark Roach is saying that, yeah, small caps don't usually do well after offerings. Wow. All right. So hourly time frame, we're definitely getting a thrust to the upside here, right? We're getting a little bit of diminishing from that from the volatility, but there is an uptick on the signal, so that we may be getting some expansion here soon enough. Hi, buddy. Yeah, just like here, right? This is already pivoting towards an upside, so there is a thrust happening from the immediate short term. This is okay. There's a wave here. This is good. On the 12 on the annual, no, I know, but I'm gonna give this guy just a time for him to just exit, because it's got short-term upside. Check this out. So 15-minute time frame, pretty powerful thrust here, and it definitely is showing. My boy keeps on knocking on my door on the studio because my dog outside goes berserk when somebody knocks on the door, so he keeps on making my dog bark outside. Oh, dude. So now Wiggle Wiggle is saying Wayne Wright are the underwriters on the offering. So there's snakes. So heads up on that too, buddy. So, okay, initial upside here, 15-minute, cascading into the 30-minute with a corrective expansion period happening. Nice. The hourly time frame is already getting that upside and potential. Remember, I was telling you that we were getting a little bit of an uptick? Good. The bi-hourly time frame is also getting that upside, and we're about to enter critical expansion. Okay, so this is telling me that it's cascading, but the wave is not too strong. Okay, so it's almost, I would say, maybe another day, and this could experience a decline. So let's see. On the 4-hour time frame here, there is confluence with the top of the range, literally right here at the SMA 50. Right, I'm thinking here max tops will get at around. I'm gonna write it as a range here for you. Okay, so I'm gonna put it up like this, 67.70. I will say that this candle here will prevent it from reaching all the way to that top side. 50% at this zone here, 68.95 to 70.31. I'm going to mark off those 3 targets here, and it feels like this is going to give up at around that zone. If it continues higher, maybe it will go a little more, right? But I will say that it's a little risky, okay, brother? Please be careful here. I think that this, sure, the short-term upside, but I do believe that this may have downside continuation even still. I will ask you to protect your assets here. Make sure to have a tight stop, and don't over-leverage here, right? Don't bet what you're not willing to lose, my brother, okay? Please be safe with this. That's scary, buddy. That's scary. All right, so that is it for BLRX, and let's continue here with Meta. Let's see what's up. So... Yeah, man. I was talking about this crazy upside here. Guys, look at this. 411, 410, right? Actually, yeah, 410.84 to about 493. You're talking about an 82-point move to the upside on one candle. My goodness. What candle was that? The 5-minute time frame? That was a look at this. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 1 minute. Yep. 1 minute candle is one of those flashes, right, Coin?
Probably no volume on that candle.
No Yeah, I mean some, but it's not nearly
It's
what it
on a
should
1 minute.
be.
Go
It's
to a
on a
1 minute.
25,000.
That was a short that covered.
Yeah, it was just it looks like it was to take profit, and then everybody ate it up immediately. All the limits. Because on the after hours, that's all you're running. You're running limits, no markets. So that's crispy. Do you hear this little guy just yelling his ass off next to me?
Yeah, it's awesome.
He's having a time with Daddy's analysis, man. He's over there looking at his screen. I'm looking at my screen. He's leaning against my shoulders. He's like, "That's crispy." It's good times up in here, man.
It's awesome.
Yeah, Andre, I don't mean to put it like that for you, buddy. I know you already went in long. I don't want to. The last thing I want is to, offend anyone. So I keep my words as kind as I could. Coin Fox. I'm trying to politely decline you.
Hey, if you could hold the 12-month low at the 55 area, I mean, it's just got to hold that.
On BLRX. Oh, you told me to look at the annual. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, it's right there. It's possible that that's the low.
It's also possible that it's a 6-month dead cat bounce.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Actually,
you got the next month's candle opening here in a few days, so you could potentially catch a retrace next month, and who knows? I don't know what they're doing with this thing.
okay. Well, here, check out this. Look at the quarterly with me. I'm gonna show you something. All right, Andre, Andre, look at this. Okay, dude. We still have 2 months and 4 days to close this gnarly ass candle. Okay, so this is my dead honest truth, dude. I think it's I can even take it from here. For Pete's sake, man. I bet it's doing something like this. This is probably what it wants to do. Something like that. You're talking about a macro falling wedge, and if you're talking macro wedges here, you're talking macro targets. So if that's really the case, you're not quite done with this, right? So this falling wedge would need it would be best. It doesn't need it. I've noticed here that some of these triangle family formations, they could experience breakouts earlier than they should, prematurely, right? So if this is really the case, then you're looking at around a 36-cent bottom. So I'm talking another 50% down, or 100, yeah, whatever that is. I can actually measure it. Let me see.
Good eye on that, dude.
Right, dude. Holy crap. Yeah,
Way to recognize that.
50%, dude. I think bro. How can I mathematically make? Oh, you know what? Maybe the stats window. 50%. I said right, and it is 36. So look at this. Yeah, your lower bound of one standard deviation is 32.58. So rounded to 33 cents. What's that, buddy? Go ahead. Go. Open the door. So if there is that mathematically, then it's there. I really do see it. That right there, right here. 2 standard deviations down is also 32.58 on a 3-month. Hi, baby. Who's that over there? Open it. Go see. Say hello. Turn on the light. So mathematically, it is possible. And what's curious is that if it does bottom out at this 32-cent zone, look at your mean. It's located at 172, which is the regression top. So it does mathematically make sense completely. But we're talking about a 60-cent asset dropping to 30 cents and then retracing to 172. That's ridiculous. It's very possible, but I gotta say, man, there's a lot of it's not practical. It's not too practical here. So just heads up on this, man. And then and the rest will be clear. But yeah, man. And thanks for asking me about this, dude, because I think this could work good for a lot of the team. People can just get a little bit of my perspective on this and just continue on. But thanks, Coin. A lot of the times, dude, at least for me, I try to make sure that I'm not forcing the formation a lot. So because my mentor always told me that. He goes, "Don't force the formation. Never force a formation. Never force a formation." And he's like a discretionary formation, short bias, short term, and swing trader. So he would have me look at the higher probability formations, the ones that did have a higher strike rate, and the ones that were in macro.
Yeah, good eye. I didn't see that. I didn't
Oh,
look at the three, but I mean that
yeah,
you
I'm
just
sure you would have
you
caught it,
nailed
bro.
it like right out the gate. You're like, well, look at this.
Look at this little
Very
boy
good.
here.
Very good.
And
Little rolling downhill.
yeah, and I hate. Do you know by any chance how to make the volume bars not logarithmic?
Hmm.
Because or automatic? Because look at how volume reacts. Oh, you know what? I think I could. I think I could.
What about a volume profile?
I could do that too. I got
Oh, you
one.
don't like those?
I do, but it's just I barely have volume visible. But check this out. We can use like a standard RSI. We bring it into the RSI. We get rid of
Sure.
the RSI, and we put this not on auto. So that means that I keep it the same value the whole way. But if I do it in auto, it'll make it smaller and bigger and whatever like that. See how it gets bigger?
Mm-hmm. Damn.
So I can just leave this on without the auto, get rid of an RSI, and then be able to identify what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is the decline of volume. It's a signature
Nice.
to the triangle family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, looks good.
So
Good
I
idea. Damn.
right this thing could, and then you could just label it whatever. You literally get rid of your RSI like this, and then this becomes your volume, and you can do
Sure.
the settings on it and set as default.
You know.
Right, but dude, so much exploring with this thing with indicators is ridiculous. But that, dude, I never thought about that until just now. That would be a pretty good idea. All right, and there we go. Okay, so back to meta, right? Oh, nice. Wiggle Wiggle is saying that Toss has a handle like that. That's good to know. I'm just so used to this platform. It's insane, dude. I've been using it like since I started trading. And I heard even One Good Trade was telling us that Ninja Trader was amazing. I really am curious.
No.
No?
Trading View's the best, dude.
Yeah? And Ninja Trader's
I
like
use
really
Trend
expensive.
Spider. I've had Trend Spider. But I don't like that. TOS, I don't like that. Trading View, in my opinion, is the best.
It's so
You have so
flexible.
much flexibility.
Yeah.
You can code your own shit. I mean, you still can with Thinkorswim too, but
And with TradeStation, but it's just so 1992, you know?
yeah. But to each their own. Some people like just the basics too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And you know
I
what?
cringe people got the old style stuff. I'm like, ooh,
Dude, look at
that's so web 1.0.
yeah. Check this out, Wiggle Wiggle. It looks like there is an equal volume by Lux Algo, and yeah, I'm not sure if it looks like this on the. Whoa, I wonder what this is. This is pretty cool. It's giving
That's
you,
sell side buy side or what?
but it's giving you grouped. It's giving you grouped candle, like a certain area. Like this is what this one candle on the volume bar is 8 to 1 p.m. That's a whole day's volume, and it's red. But look at this candle. It's like huge. No way. It was giving you this before it happened on Meta?
Well, we'll look at the buyers were in control.
Yeah.
They were selling into it, but there was more buyers.
It's a bearish divergence. That's all that's really what I'm looking for, but it like how the hell were we able to tell for a whole day's worth? That's really long. You
Did
can
Meta
tell.
have that much more volume today than normal? No.
Oh, that's a good point. Let me see the daily.
Because of pre-earnings or something?
37 million in volume today, but the 12 hour, I guess, the 24 hour. Let's look at the 24
Let
hour.
me check the average volume on that. I think it's more than that.
Average volume on a 10. Oh well,
That's a daily, right?
it's 37 million daily, and 24 hour
Average is 14.
14. So then we had
So it
24
did
million
over,
today.
so it did over 2x
25
today.
million, so over 2x. Yeah.
Because it did 37, almost 38 today. Average is 14.4.
Wow,
So yeah, that's why the candle's so big.
that's interesting. And it's not reading the hourly interval; it's reading a day interval. Because I'm in the hourly chart and it's giving you this daily candle. And they're all like,
Interesting.
yeah, look at all these other candles. They're so tiny.
Is there a settings on that indicator to show it?
That's what I was just
Like,
looking at right now. I was like, what the hell is it? LTF? I'm not sure what that is.
I'm all zoomed in on your screen looking at the settings.
Oh. So it says width boxes bars, minimum width is 1, maximum width is 20. I'm wondering if 20 is a day, or I don't even know how long 1 is.
I think it's intrabar analysis, LTF, long time frame or large time frame. Is that 1 day?
It couldn't be intra because we're doing post market and pre. This is the group of post and pre here. It's in between it, so it's taking into account post and pre. And
What's that one? What's that drop down right there? What's that?
it says right here lower time frame.
Is that 1 day? No,
I think it's 1 minute.
1 minute, right?
Because look at this over
click
here
the drop down. What are the options?
to 240. That's 4
Those
hours.
are all minutes. Yeah, those are all minutes. Okay.
240 is the widest.
Unclick it. Unclick the LTF. What's it do to the chart? Does it change it?
Yeah, it changed it from the volume, the volume fill.
Got it.
It looks that's interesting. That's really interesting the way they did that because historically this volume was red all the way down here and it came back up. So it showed you the history of the volume. But then what does the bar do? Right? That's really cool. I wonder. Let's see. With
What you got to
boxes
do
and
is
bars.
do a search again for that indicator and read the full description from the publisher.
So equal volume. That's
read the description on the right. Yeah.
Equal volume is a charting method that aims to incorporate volume information to a candlestick chart. Volume is highlighted through the candle body with wider candles suggesting more significant volume. So our script shows an equal volume chart for the visible chart range. Additionally, regular volume can be plotted as column plot with the columns width controlled by volume. Oh, the width can be controlled too. So settings, you have the options. The chart shows candles with volume adjusted with volume. Then it shows volume with volume adjusted with. Intra-bar analysis, enable, disable. When lower time frame is enabled, the script will calculate the percentage volume / candles in the same direction the current time frame. What the hell? You can choose a lower time frame between 1 and 240 minutes. Type %. You can do volume, which is the sum of volume of all lower time frame candles, which are in the same direction. Hashtag bars is the sum of the lower time frame candles, which are in the same direction. Usage. The charting method makes it easier to plot larger volume candles against comparing candles to volume. Oh, dude, this thing is really vast. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna. This is pretty cool.
I like it.
Yeah, it's not bad. Wiggle
I'm
Wiggle,
gonna play with it.
thanks for sharing with us this, dude. I'm not sure if it's the same on Toss, but there was certainly a divergence here during this massive volume period. So we were selling we were selling into the upside here, and it was diverging. Very cool. Joe H. Joe H. I reclaimed what was lost to me after many calls. Only caveat is it's evidence. 30 days it will be back in my possession. Joe H. How did you do it? Who did you call? Bro, Joe H hasn't been in the chat with us. He hasn't been with the team because he's been so distraught over his losses, bro. Like their family earns and stuff, dude. Like really personal things, you know. And
Congratulations, Joe.
yeah,
That's
dude.
good, man.
So he's
He said he had some hard drives too.
yeah.
He had some nanos and some nano ledger.
Oh man. That's insane.
Sorry,
bro.
Joe.
No. It's just Joe. It's just there's an inside joke in that. Joe, that is ridiculous, dude. I'm so stoked for you. Wow, brother. I love
That's
it, man.
awesome.
Yeah, it really is awesome. So as far as meta in the immediate short term, dude, I guess let's this is almost a hit or miss at this point, dude. For me to determine what the hell this is gonna do, it's like I
Wait a second. What would you do if you bought their pricing in 10% and Meta closes at 490 and you bought the 450s and you wake up and this bitch is 410, 420? What the fuck are you going to do?
I immediately
The same thing
release.
everybody else is going to do.
You release at open.
It's on SSR. They can't short it.
So this thing's gonna
Everybody and their
rip ass
mother's
to the
gonna be
upside.
covering.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. That's what I think. I mean, if I was up 5,000%, I'd be covering that shit.
It's just the Euro markets are gonna. I'm afraid the Euro markets are gonna benefit off of it.
Yeah, they might, but you know, all the options are probably going to get closed up.
And then all the options from the American markets aren't being taken into account during their trade.
Yeah, I mean, they might drift it up a little bit, but I think there's going to be a lot of covering. And it's on SSR.
Yeah,
so
damn.
It's got to be an upset. What happened to NVIDIA when it hit SSR? What did it do the next day? It grinded the whole day.
You're right. It did. And I think there was no other option but to...
Yeah,
I mean, the only other way would be short.
Downside? Sure. You're going to short it down here? I don't think so.
Does this have a inverse ETF?
No. Not that I know of.
There's no like NVIDIA. No, yeah, you know what I mean, right?
Like NVIDIA's got NVDS.
It is, right? And TSLS.
Meta, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I don't know about Meta. But yeah, I think we should be prepared for a potential whipsaw tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because we're going to have data pre-market. I mean, if it's bad, obviously, we could just shit the bed. But GDP probably will come out good because the military spending is going to be factored in.
Yep.
So that number's probably going to be stellar because we spent a lot of fucking money. And, the jobs numbers, if they doctor those up again too, the market could pop, and then you got Meta, everybody starts covering them shorts, and we could have a big ass squeeze. It's very possible. I mean, I favor the downside, but I got to be realistic. Meta's a huge weight. People are going to be up fat.
Big.
I'm talking hogs. So.
All right. Well,
we gotta be ready for a round trippy tomorrow.
yep. So, guys, I'm gonna end the poll for YouTube. Let me end the poll here. I'm gonna give it 5 seconds. So if you're new to the chat, go ahead and type in your or submit your votes. But the viewership here on YouTube kind of diminished a little bit. I know that I realize it's getting late. Let me see.
It's actually early for you. You normally start now.
Yeah. So I'm gonna here you go, guys. I'm gonna end it right. How you doing, baby? Do you want a banana? Here we go, and it's closed now. It's hot. Yeah.
All right, let's wrap it up. We can hit it in the morning.
Yeah, absolutely. So, guys, thank you so much for coming on by. Let me go ahead and just share with you the the Discord link to join the ARCa Bulls trading team. Please come by and trade alongside us. Right, we're trading the financial markets every day. All right, team. So, if any questions or concerns, you know where to reach at me. And thank you so much for coming on by, team. Let's go ahead and sign out. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Never, 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 never. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well a very good rest of your night and or day. And I'll catch you at the bell in the morning. Adios.